Hello, hello, hello. What happened to the camera? One sec here. In the meantime, though, how is it going, everybody? As long as you all can hear me. There we go. Let's get that back in place. No sim, no problem. Indeed. Am I coming through okay? Can everyone hear me? Check, check. 1 2 1 2. Good enough. Good stuff. Good stuff. That is good. Okay. Cool. There we go. I just need to set up the board. Where do those get to? Yeah, and there we go indeed. A little slow off the draw tonight. I gotta say, COVID stinks. I thought I had it in the past, but this is the first time I'd yeah, perfect. I'd actually tested positive for it, and feel basically fine, still like a little residual cough, but the frickin' brain fog is brutal. Okay, so just gonna do level 1 tonight, which I think might be a little easy, but honestly, that's fine for me tonight. I has no brain. Okay, let's see, what do we need here? So we go Avan, and Avan, there we go, fun. Which we do want to connect on both of them. I think I'm gonna put them, let's put them, herb gathering, we're gonna do away with this phoenix one. There we go. And then mineral gathering, we're gonna put right there. Yeah, me think so too. I was kind of worried, and then I looked at it during the setup and was like, okay, this shouldn't be too bad at all. Which, again, tonight, it's fine by me. It's been a couple of weeks, and a potentially easy fight sounds good. All right, let's get everyone on the board here too. And Mike, I saw a note about some painted minis. I've actually got some stuff in the works, so I'll pop those down and show you quick. Okay, there we go. That's looking good. Awesome. So for those who don't know, I was actually, I canceled the other week and was gone out of town at Gen Con of all places for work, which was a freaking phenomenal time. It was so much fun. I honestly, I expected to come back and get sick. I did not expect to come down with COVID on the way home. But is the way it is for sure. And a huge, probably, yeah, one of the biggest highlights of the trip was hanging out and chatting with Mr. Adam Poots. We talked hobby and Kingdom Death for probably like 45 minutes. It was great. And I did buy something while I was down there. I got myself the frog dog, and I decided to convert it into a bullfrog dog because why not? And it ended up looking like a punk slash bebop of Bebop and Rocksteady. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really stoked on it. So there's the frog dog. That's going to be in the next campaign, which is going to be People with Stars. That was one of the things that Arluz and I were chatting about. But then also, what's going on here? What is this warning? What is this? Let's get out there. Adam suggested People with Stars for the next campaign too. So People with Stars it is. But first things first, we are going to be facing off against this guy, the Watcher. I was kind of intimidated by pulling this guy up to paint, and I think it's turned out pretty awesome. Arluza, by the way, definitely inspired by your blue paint job as well. Yeah, stoked on that so far. So those are some work in progresses. Actually, one more WIP here too. This is my Acanthus Doctor, which I'm really stoked to be able to use once I get rid of the intracranial, if I recall correctly, that they've developed. But there we go. That's a promotional mini from the Gambler's Chest, and I stuck the Sentry shoulder pads on top too, just for funsies. Yeah, so some work in progresses. We'll put those up and away. Yeah, gotta say, the frog dog was something I didn't think I was gonna be interested in, and it looked like a really cool expansion. So fart jokes aside, the rest of it looks cool. Miniature kind of aside too, but I am really happy with the conversion. Thanks, man. Yeah, I freaking love doing conversions, and I hadn't done A big one in a while, and that one was so much fun. What is going on here? YouTube is not responding. What is this? What is this thing it says? In the meantime, I think everyone's all set. Just gonna double check the survivors. Once again, Star is a little slow getting started this evening. Sigzil, you know what? Let's give you the scavenger kit, and let's do that. Not receiving enough video. I wonder. Oh, yeah, you got the Biomech Butcher. That's freaking awesome. I was really tempted to get that too. It looks so sweet. If it had game content, I definitely would have, but I was hard pressed between other board games and also a bunch of really cool RPG books, and so I did not get it. It looks so cool though. Okay, one sec here. I just need to do one thing and then I'll be all set. Thanks again for everybody's patience. Let's get rid of that. And get rid of that. Hopefully that will help. And then close this up. There we go. And one last thing. Should have done this earlier. Get rid of you. Awesome. Okay, that should free things up for a little bit more space on my end. Played up for a second, but back. Good stuff, good stuff. Worked on Echoes of Death 2 Ranger. Oh, that was the image you sent me, right? It looks so sweet. Leatherworker, no. What is it? Blacksmith, no. Organ grinder. What is the name of that item again? Barber Surgeon, that's the one. Scavenger kit. Cool, there we go. Without further ado, all set to get going. So let's go ahead and do this. So, order of characters that we have is our Lucidin, our faithful Fist and Tooth champion, getting really close to the mastery. And Sigzil being our support character for tonight. So I'm just going to put them just in order. Stormfather being our spear person this evening, and then Tien being our tank, using the beacon shield for the first time. Very cool. Yeah, that one looks awesome, Arluza. Okay, cool. That's good. So let's go ahead and have our first special event, Mineral Gathering. So we shall do. Put you up there, and Mineral Gathering. What page are you on? Oh, not gonna lie, Barents is like basically one of the big motivations for me to do this or to do the solo stuff too. His content is fantastic, and he's such a good player, and he plays fun, and he also just has so much fun while doing it too. Definitely really inspiring. I commented that on one of his videos a while ago, and he followed the channel too, which was just a sweet, nice gesture as well. Mineral Gathering, page 144. Perfect. And also for anyone watching for the very first time, welcome. My name is Cam of the Brother Slim, and this is some solo Kingdom Death People of the Stormlit Lantern. Huzzah! Okay, Mineral Gathering. So anyone with a pickaxe, we may do this thing. Okay. And so this is going to be our Lucidin, which is very fitting. Oh, dice. There they go. There we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Big Dino is wild. It's also insanely fast insane how fast you choose through campaigns too. 2, well that's not very good. Okay, you strike a stone that resembles your face. It explodes, covering you in blood. Gain 1 insanity and the hemophobia disorder. Okay, well, let's see. We do have Ghostly Beauty. Double all insanity you gain, double all survival you spend. Excuse me. So that's going to gain us 2 insanity. And hemophobia. Let's take a little looky-loo at... Oh, hang on one sec. Nope, never mind. Nothing to help there. So let's add... We can't add Let's get rid of Ghostly Beauty, actually, and then let's add Hemophobia. Hemophobia. During the showdown, whenever a survivor, including you, gains a bleeding token, you are knocked down. So, I just got shared. It's too funny. So, or lose it in. Monster Panic. Oh no, that's just brain damage. So that's whatever. Seizures. Get knocked down. Hemophobia. Knocked down. Amazing. So that's fun. So we don't get anything else there, but that is that event done. So you know what? We'll call that a win. Next person is going to do our second special one here, which is Herb Gathering. All survivors consume herbs and berries, gain +1 survival, which I probably should have put that a little bit later because I forgot about that. But that's okay. And Herb Gathering is going to be on. And hey, maybe we'll get the low rolls out of the way early on. That would be nice. 126. There we go. Perfect. All right, 126. Herb Gathering. Some fun art here as well. Each survivor must make a special gathering roll. To make a gathering roll, all survivors nominate any number of d10s and rolls them. If 2 more die results are the same, your score is 0. Otherwise, add all your die results to determine the score. Nice. So last time we got an unreal high roll. I think we're just going to try and be calm, easy, and steady and just do 3 die for everybody. So our lose it in. Oh, dang. That's going to be a 0 for them. That is too bad. Then next up, 10, 15. Let's just get the calculator up here. So 15, very nice. And then next up, oh, also a 0. It's 3. And then lastly, 10, 20. So we get 35. So polar opposites. Last time we were quite high, and this time we are very low. Gain a fresh Acanthus Strange resource and gain a +1 survival. Well, you know what? That's nice. Let's gain that resource. Fresh Acanthus up to 5. Very nice. Okay, cool. So then we'll screw it up here. We'll make a random hunt event roll. Getting a 3. That might be the lowest one I've rolled yet on this table. All right, sorry, Mr. Phoenix. Your spiky wings are too spiky. Cancer pigeons. Okay, no, we've done this one before. Also, in the Kingdom Death booth, I got to see cancer pigeons for the first time. They look kind of like little owls with creepy baby faces. Very cool. Alrighty, the survivors are surrounded by the echoing coo of infant babble. Strange baby-faced birds circle overhead. Gripped with instinctual horror, the survivors break into a run. Each survivor rolls 1d10. The lowest scoring survivor, or survivors in case of ties, becomes a straggler. If any survivor has noisy gear, -2 to their roll. Each straggler rolls 1d10. Okay, we don't have a whip. Okay, let's see. Yeah, gardening and mining is hard today. I'm okay with that. So, Roosevin gets to add 1 to this, so getting a 9. We get 2 for our support character, Sigzil. A 4 for Thundercaller guy, Stormfather, and then a 2 there. Okay. Survivors in case of tie, so we do have 2, alas. Just gonna double check and make sure that they don't have any abilities to avoid this, because that would be nice, but I don't think so. These are kind of partially my B team. Alright, so Sigzil. Just Vermin Obsession, it looks like, so that's it. What? Just got a Projects We Love sticker for upcoming Kickstarter for his comic? That's freaking awesome! Send me a link to that, please. I would love to check it out. Okay, Sigzil's all good, and then we have Tian, who's also probably got nothing. Yep, so this is 2 people rolling d10s on this regular table. Not optimal, but we shall see. So let's go with Sigzil first, getting a 7. You escape the terrible creatures, nice. And then Tian, who is our tank, who we definitely need, getting a 4. A cancer pigeon latches onto your back, shake it free by spending 1 survival, otherwise you are dead inside and cannot gain survival. Well, we are going to absolutely shake that off. and they're going to go down to 6 survival, which I think is a fair trade. So we'll scoot up, and then let's do, this will be Stormfather, called See You Next Year. Looks like he's still working on the pitch, but it's coming soon. That is freaking cool, man. Big congratulations for the project we love. Alrighty, Glimpse. A massive shadow passes over the survivors. They turn their gazes up in time to catch a glimpse of the indecipherable shape of the phoenix disappearing into the darkness. The event revealer rolls 1d10. Okay, well, let's do it. That's not very good. 2, time drags. All survivors gain 2 insanity. Roll 3 times on the hunt table before moving on the hunt board. Okay. Well. 2 insanity for everybody. Okay, so 2 for Tien, going up to 4. 2 for Stormfather, going up to 6. Sigso goes up to 2. And our Lucidin goes up to 24, which is pretty wild. So 3 times on the hunt table. So, number 1. 44. Opportunists. While investigating their quarry's tracks, the survivors realize they are hunting not 1 but 2 monsters. The 2 sets of tracks soon separate, leaving the event revealer to pick which tracks to follow. If they follow the larger tracks, continue hunting as normal. If they follow the smaller tracks, hunt the showdown immediately. At the start of the showdown, the monster suffers 5 wounds. The survivors are victorious. They gain half the base resources. So we're not going to do that because we're already hunting at level 1, and we're not too concerned about it being too hard. Bird shadows are hard. I kind of love that we're chasing a big bird and we get attacked by little birds on the way. That's good stuff. Fun times. All right, so we don't need to worry about that. So that is 1 done. 82. Consuming grass. That sounds like a treat. Vibrant grass grows in patches ahead of the survivors. Closer inspection of the delicate leaves reveal they are as sharp as any blade. Each survivor rolls 1d10. The lowest scoring survivors, or multiple in case of ties, becomes a straggler. As the survivors carefully pick their way past the verdant hazards, the straggler stumbles into the brush. They roll 1d10. Oh, another one where whip would be a benefit. Oh, and special thanks for it too? That's awesome. Okay. Another little highlight from Gen Con was there's a game called The Wild Sea, which is a really fun, zany RPG. The little catchphrase of it is low magic, high weird, and it's a blast. I backed it many years ago and got to play with the creator of the game on Discord in a playtest, which was a blast, and get to meet him in person, which is too much fun. The comic is about a boy who stumbles into a werewolf who can't believe the human child has never experienced Halloween. They go on a wild little adventure. Very wholesome. That sounds super lovely. Excuse me. Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. Fitting that you'd be helping out in something to do with wolves or werewolves also. Okay, so each survivor, so we'll do the same thing. Getting a 4 for Arluza. Comes with 5 for him though. Lantern 10, a 7, and a 4. So we only have 1 straggler, which is our tank again. Which don't love that, but that's okay. Okay. So, straggler rolls a d10. Getting a 5, right in the middle. Can't be that bad, right? You fall but manage to interpose something between the grass and your bare skin. Either archive 1 gear of your choice from your gear grid, or to protect yourself, treat this result as if you rolled a 1. Archive a gear or lose something. So what's 1? You land in the grass patch. As you climb to your feet, you realize it's too late. The parts of your body that touch the ground have sprouted with sharp blades of grass. Any attempt to remove them spreads them further from your body. During the showdown, you were never a threat. Oh, Well, we're definitely going to archive our gear. We don't want to not be a threat and die at the end of this fight. Okay, so Tien, what are we going to archive? You know what? So I was so excited about using both the beacon shield and the calcified juggernaut blade. Oh, man. Which one do we get rid of? I don't really want to get rid of either, but we got to get rid of one. And it makes sense to keep the monster grease. This is going to be our tank here. So I feel like we'll archive the calcified Juggernaut Blade and have to save it for another fight. Slow block 1, gains +1 strength. Part of that reason is Beacon Shield is freaking awesome. It's got block 2, and we can attack with it if we want to also. So let's do that. As a real life not werewolf, I promise, it's the best way to celebrate the best holiday. Awesome. What happened was the Straggler rolled a 5 on the Consuming Grass, meaning they either get to treat the results as if they rolled a 1, meaning they're never the threats for this entire encounter and then die afterwards, or archive 1 gear of our choice from the gear grid to protect ourselves. So I think keeping the evasion and a solid weapon that can both attack and defend makes the most sense, and we'll have to save the Juggernaut Blade for next time. Oh, archive means lose. Oh, bah humbug. Well, that changes things indeed. Thanks for the clarification. I definitely thought it was like, put it, yeah, okay, sounds good. We'll get rid of the leather mask. Archive gear. Okay. Thanks for the catch. Yeah, getting rid of the calcified Juggernaut Blade would have been a very, very sad mistake. Okay, so no hats for today. That's okay. And then we need to roll on this table one last time. That's a pretty brutal one. Getting a 23. Yeah, the shield would have been really expensive as well. 23, clean water. The survivors pass a forlorn fountain in the shape of a lion's face. A stream of crystal clear water flows from its mouth. Each survivor consumes the water, gaining 1 survival and 1 courage. Any number of survivors may douse their head in the water and roll 1d10. Okay, so let's do this quick. So we get a survival and courage. Very nice. And courage. There we go. Nice, nice. Oh, we actually do get to do bold here. Let's go ahead and do that. Just gonna put that there so we know. Armored strangers. Bold, fantastic. So we are in the hunt phase, and they get prepared. That's fun. Prepared, and then we shall roll a d10. Getting a 1, a +1 speed token for the fight here. We shall take it. Okay, so that is that done. Tien is going to get another survival and a courage going up to 1. Awesome. Hey, thank you for playing with no brain indeed. Yeah, honestly, very much no brain tonight, so appreciate any and all input as much as possible. Alrighty, Ryu. So that was 2, that was 3. Let's finish this one off. So Clearwater. Let's go ahead and do. How many people do you want to do this? Let's do 3. So let's do Arlucidin. I think just 2. Arlucidin and Tien will roll here. So Arlucidin first, getting a 4. Your hair is wet. Congratulations. Nice. That is all. And then Tien, our tank. Ooh, getting a Lantern 10. Happy, happy, fun stuff. And plus, the water is shockingly cold. It rushes over you like a tidal wave and leaves you awestruck. Set your insanity to 0 and remove all disorders. Well, there's no disorders to get rid of, so we'll just drop insanity to 0, which isn't actually optimal at the end of the day. Not optimal at all, but oh well, that is the way it goes. Okay. Cool. So with that, now we can scoot forward and we can start the encounter. So let's go ahead and do so. Legendary monsters, I'm not worried about that today. Put you down there. Let's get these guys off. Put you back up. All right, here we go. I'd be curious for you guys' thoughts on this Phoenix, by the way, too. Like, I had this weird chicken that was these dark grays that I was emulating for the color scheme, but I just feel like it's kind of dark and boring, and I might make it really bright, but I don't know if it's worth redoing. So I'd love people's input on thoughts of my Phoenix and how it looks. Okay, so we got them there. We're going to have folks in the back. Let's do you there. You there, and then our tanky folks. Let's put our tanky folks over this way. How many faces is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, and then whoopsies, our Lucidin. Oh no, I just lost our Lucidin's hand. That's okay. We'll put our Lucidin there. We'll have to find that steel sword hand later. It flew somewhere. Camera, it's a bit dark, but in person works great. You're thinking those black mean meat chickens from somewhere, right? Yes. Looks good on the table. Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. I think, yeah, it's definitely low on the priority list, but might revisit it at some point. Okay, so there we go. I guess we'll read the little story. We haven't fought this guy in quite a while and only fought him once before. The Phoenix fills the horizon of your mind. Complex and disturbing, your very essence seems to flicker like a dying lantern. A perfect mixture of excitement and dread shakes up your insides. Before you realize it, you find yourself stepping forward to battle. Cool. Bring it on, hand butt birdman. And so we do have some things to keep in mind. So Dread of Decade is one of the things we got to worry about. So it's a status, and you need to roll a d10. If the result is equal to or less than your insanity, remove all age tokens, which would be nice. Otherwise, we suffer spiral age, which is not fun if I recall. Remove all age tokens and gain 4 Hunt XP for each token. If you gain more Hunt XP than available Hunt XP boxes, you cease to exist. When you cease to exist, if your settlement invaded family, all survivors with your surname will lose 2 weapon proficiency levels, which, gross. Black Meat Chicken was my high school club nickname. Oh, good stuff. And Zeal, at the end of each turn, perform a basic action. And lastly, Materialize. Remove the monster from the showdown board and place it adjacent to the target. It must be placed so its base covers as many survivors as possible. They suffer collision. Indeed. So I think we might actually space some people out a little bit. There we go. Alrighty, Roo. So let's see how we do against this crazy, crazy Birdman. So it's obviously, it gets to go first. And we are going to draw base card, Wing Punch. Random survivor it shall be. And so we'll do a roll off from this, going around in order. We'll lose it in. Lowest is going to get it. Okay, so that is going to be our support character. Happy, happy, fun times. Target gains 1 age. Alrighty, Roo. Sigzil gets a age token. Alrighty. And target is doomed, materialize, and attack. So we'll go just right there. So they can't spend survival or anything, which is too bad. Only 1 dice, though. And Sigil does have some evasion, if I recall correctly. 2. Alright, so it's hitting on a 4-up. 6-up does hit. 4 damage, knockback 7, and bash. And they're doomed, so we can't get rid of it. Well, that's a bummer, but we take it to the body, and that is 4 damage. So that is reduced to 0 armor, and both box checked. So it's knockback 7 and bash. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ouch. Big Dano upload the painting archives of the Forest Golfin Dragon. Oh, I haven't watched the video yet, but I did see the thumbnail for it. He's so good at playing this game, and also such an amazing painter too. Let's get that up there a little bit more. Okay, so, and then it's going to use its basic action. Pick target, closest threat in range. Done deal. That'll be Stormfather here. Target gains 1 age token. 1 age. Move and attack. That we can do. There's 1 evasion here, so 2 dice hitting on 3s. 1 hit. Do we want to dodge? I think we're okay taking 1 here to the body, so that's 2 damage down to 2. Razor Wing. Survivors in the blast zone suffer knockback 7, bash, and bleed 1. Ouch. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bleed 1, and fun stuff. Alrighty, cool. Out of curiosity, do you guys watch Fenn's Kingdom Death content at all too? Okay, so our turn. How do we want to play this? So we could dash. We probably want to get some of these people up. Let's do that first. So Otherworldly Lock. All right, so our Lucidin is going to get our support person up, spending survival to do so. They are going to spend a survival to get our other person up, and let's see, they keep it on a 6. They do, very nice. So you are up there also. And how do we want to make this happen? So with the Juggernaut Blades, that is going to be 2. They don't have that ability anymore. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How much movement does Stormfather have? Just 5, so you'd have to dash. Is there anything else that they can do? How much brain damage do they have? Don't mind me. Slow brain, doing my best to think. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and scream. Non-deaf insane survivors gain +1 movement until the end of the round. Should be these 2. And then the person that was not insane, being Tien, will gain 1 insanity. Sorry, this was Tien. So they gain an insanity, and our Lucidin can move an extra space. For a total of 6. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you'd have to dash anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this person is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just getting to there. So adjusting position. And dear friend Tien here is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting to there. And Tien is working on the shield specialty, so let's go ahead and do... Ben's a bit long-winded and Q's help with a video editor, but he does know his boss battles pretty well. Hey, yeah, super fair. I feel that on the video editing front, too. Do love... I find his voice very nice to listen to, though. Let's see. So I think let's try to game this out and try to play smart. So let's go ahead and start with our sport character. Sorry, doing things a little bit out of order, but that's okay. So this is Sigzil here. And Sigzil is going to go with the Rawhide Headband and see what we have coming up next. We have Glorious Hands, Feathered Breast, and Time Stop, the Trap, right near the top. Fun. So what is this trap? All survivors are doomed and cannot block or use fighting arts. The attacker is caught helpless. Perform basic action targeting the attacker. All attacks hit on a 2+ regardless of any modifiers in play. So that does not spark joy, but it is our tank that's taking it. So you know what? Let's just put it on the very top and just deal with it and see what happens. So with that in mind, we have... I think, you know what? I'm also going to spend a survival and getting it back on a 6. We do not. So Sigzil goes down to 7. But we're going to look at the top 2 AI cards. Ooh, legendary one. Excrete. The Phoenix defecates on all survivors and fortunate enough to be in its blind spot. Fun. So a bunch of gross stuff, but you can also get gear. That's pretty cool. Top of the food chain, monster seems older, -3. So this we want to get rid of for sure. So because we know we got the trap coming up, and then we have our lose it in. So we cannot block or anything. Our Lucidin's got a whole bunch of attacks, so let's put it on the top, and we are just going to try and get rid of the legendary one. First of all, we need to proc the trap. And so with Tien here, we are going to be hitting on, we'll make an attack with, just to try and ensure that we hit, we're going to make an attack with the Juggernaut Blade. So we hit on a 4+. I think so, yeah. It said a legendary card, so I just shuffled them all and picked one for top of the food chain, unless that one's like specifically. Yeah, that's me taking a little peek, yeah. Oh, interesting. So it's a trait for level 2 and 3, but it can't be the legendary card used in the like normal fight, because it does have a legendary card for level 1. Okay, so we hit on a 4. Here's what we're looking for. We do. Okay, awesome. So we get the trap. We know we get the trap. Let's proc this. So doomed, cannot block or use fighting arts. Attacker is caught helpless. Perform basic attack. All rolls hit on a 2+ regardless of any modifiers. Okay, so 2 dice hitting on 2+. Hey, you know what? 1, we shall take it. In which case, we take 2 damage to... It's not a legendary, it's a special. I guess that makes sense. It's an L, not an S. Yeah, okay, cool. That makes sense. So we'll keep it in play. Yeah. Oh, it keeps you from round 1 instant kill. That sounds horrific. Alrighty, so this is going to be 2 damage to the belts for Tien here. That's fine by me. The waist. Down to 2. And then we have Razor Wind in play. So in the Blast Zone, which is just them, they get knocked back 7, bash and bleed 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gaining a bleeding token. No age, so that's something at least. And now we get to shuffle off the hit location cards once. Alrighty here. There we go. And back to us. So we know that we got the legendary card there. So we are going to dash, going a total of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we can't get into the blind spot, which is potentially a risk, but we're going to do it because we want to maximize our damage output this turn with our Lose It In. And so with Monster Claw style, we're going to be doing Fist and Teeth, hitting on 6s. So we get 2 dice. Nice. We get 2 hits. Let's see what we connect with. Feathered Breast. You gonna get in focus there? Yes. Wound. If the attacker has any age tokens, they suffer Rewind. Rewind. Undo the survivor's attack. Restore any wounds, persistent injuries. That's gross. Critical wounds. The intense blow causes the monster's heart to skip beats. The monster's knocked down. Critical wound. You sever a slender phoenix finger. You may spend 2 to bellow. People gaining courage. Oh, that's cool. Let's go with this one first. And so for our Lose It In, we're going to be critting on a 6, which is pretty wild. 4. So we don't crit. We should still wound with a 10. Let's see what his strength is. 6. Yeah, so we do wound. So we get rid of the legendary AI card. We know this, and we are happy about that. Okay, and then Feathered Breast. So once again, critting on a 6. Getting a 5. So we don't crit, but we do wound. So we get rid of that card that was going to poop on us next round. That is also nice. And then with our Lose It In, we are using Blood Paint. So we've got the Digging Claw, and we'll be making 2 attacks with the Digging Claw. Oh, one moment here. Where do you have that speed from? That's interesting. I think I should have been making an extra fist and tooth attack there, actually, but that's all right. So 2 with a digging claw, hitting on 3s. So 1 hit. Tiny wing hands, impervious. You dislodge some parasites from the monster's glorious wing. Critical hits. So for this one, we should be critting on, I think, a 8. Okay, so we don't crit, and we don't cause a wound or anything because it being what it is, but that's okay. All right, you know what? We're in an okay spot here. I think I'm going to spend another survival on our Lose It In, Surge, and do that whole thing again. In which case, Fist and Teeth is going to be 3 attacks, because I misplayed it last time. Hitting on 6s. And then Digging Claw, coming in again. 1 and a 7. A 7 will hit. And we are going to connect with Glorious Eye. If the attacker has any age tokens, rewind, so we're aware of that. There is a critical effect here too, so we crit on an 8. No crit, but we do still wound, especially the Digging Claw having a boatload of strength, 11. Okay, and we don't need to worry about the rewind because no one has, or our Lose It In doesn't have an age token yet. So there we go, 3 wounds down on the first turn. Getting the trap on the first turn, I think I'm okay with that. Oh, yeah, that could be it. Speed from a refreshing drink of water on the hunt. I did notice, and I corrected it in the thumbnail for this video, but I totally had the lantern year numbers off. So I'm looking forward to doing People with the Stars because I think I'll have a much better grasp of the kind of game in general. All right, let's go back to its turn now. And Naltorium, roll 1d10. On a result of 6+, a random survivor in the blind spot is pulled in. Ooh, okay. So we do, oh, you know what? I forgot, Leather Armor has the step to move, so we're going to scoot over that way at the end of our Lose It In's turn as well. We will roll a 6+, just to kind of see what's going on. A 6 if someone would get pulled in if they're in the blind spots. Nobody is, though, which is good. Pulled in, though, remove them to spend all their age tokens on this table. If they survive, place a survivor adjacent to the monster at the start of the turn. Oh my goodness, that's a pretty crazy card. Okay, so we'll put that down there. And form basic action. So target closest threat in range. I think this is going to be our Lose It In is the closest. So there we go, facing that way. Let's put this down a little bit closer so we can see what's going on. Okay, so basic attack ain't too bad. Our Lose It In, I think, has some evasion. 2, nice. So it's going to be 2 dice, hitting on 4+. 2 hits, that is the way she goes. Do we want to dodge one? We shall see. Head and waist on our Lose It In. Let's go ahead and dodge the head. So spending a survival going down to 5 and not taking any damage to the noggin, but 2 to the waist. There we go. And then knockback 7, blast zone. Leather armor, ignore bash. That is nice. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and gain a bleeding token, but we ignore bash so we don't get knocked down. Huzzah! Cool, and that is our turn, in which case they are able to stand up, which is nice. Let's see, so the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we're going to loot some stuff this turn, so let's move you up to there and roll on the table for this. Being able to add 1 or 2 to the result because of the screaming armor. Let's take a little look at that. Insanity, add 2 to the result, so we gain a 3 on the debris table, and that does change results. That's nice. You find nothing instead of being knocked down, so we'll take that. That's a plus at least. Tall grass, we got that. Let's see. So our Lose It In has been one of our main damage dealers, but I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. let's go ahead and loot the lonely tree here because yes, let's do it. Let's go to here, and then we shall loot the lonely tree. Rolling a d10, getting a 7. 6 plus, find decorative scrap. Gain a broken lantern resource. Cool, cool, cool. So we'll add that to our storage. Broken lantern up to 5. Awesome, awesome. And I think we're gonna do the same thing. Play it smart and hit location scan. See what we got coming up next. The top 3. Glorious Wing Claws. Each survivor in the Eye of the Storm gains 1 insanity. All other survivors suffer knockback 7 and bash. We don't really love that. +2 toughness to wound this location. Terrific attack slams into the Phoenix's massive frame. Okay. So let's do Glorious Wing Claws and Sphincter there on the bottom. And Feathered Body on top. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're not going to be the closest, which is a bit of a bummer, but that is the way it is, unless we want to dash with you. How far could you go if we wanted you to? Tian, you got 7 survival. Let's do it. You're going to dash. Survival goes down to 6. And then you are going to try and smash in with a beacon shield. No, we're going to try to play a little slower and smart. We're going to block 2. And that's going to be our turn. I'll scoot you up just a little bit. Okay, cool. Back to its turn. What we got happening now, we have Pitying Sigh. Pick target, all survivors in field of view. Okay, all survivors in field of view are the 3 of them. Each target gains 1 age token. Okay, so Tian. Gaining 1 age. Stormfather is up to 2 age. And I think so is Sigzil. Yeah, 2 age for Sigzil. We don't need to worry about Arluzidin because he is out of view. So that is something. Intimidate all targets. The target is insane. They laugh in the face of the monster's ignorant condensation. They may spend 3 survival to gain +1 courage. Otherwise, 2 brain damage and is knocked down. Okay, let's see. So starting with Sigzil. Don't really want to gain +1 courage. We also don't really want to be knocked down. You know what? Let's do it. Sigzil's got a whole bunch. This is going to go down to 4 survival. And then they gain a courage, going up to 2. It's just a jump to the left, Okay, and next up, Stormfather. Stormfather actually has a bunch of survival. Do we care about them being knocked down? Okay, so they're going to take the brain damage and be knocked down. And then, last but not least, we have Tien, who doesn't really have any insanity to spare. Let's spend that survival going down to 3, which is a bummer, and gaining a courage in the process. All right, so that is Pitying Sigh done. Basic action it is. Let's do it. Closest threat in range. We were prepared for this, which is nice. There we go. Tien gains another age token. Up to 2. There we go. 2 age tokens. 2 dice, hitting on 4s. 2 hits, but block both of them, which is very nice. We don't need to worry about that. Beacon Shield is freaking wild. So that is done. They do suffer knockback 7, bash, and bleed 1, which is less awesome. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Knocked down. There we go. In the blast zone, we don't need to worry about Stormfather. They are just out, so that's something. And it is back to our turn. So I think this turn we're going to do a big damage turn. So let's go ahead and get them up on a 6+, keeping survival. Yep, that is nice. And then we'll have Stormfather spend a survival to get our tank up here. Yep, going down to 7 survival, and we'll get them up. And we want to start this with, let's go ahead and use an action with her to see the next 2 AI cards. We have Rancid Melon Stench, which is just kind of a horrendous and amazing name for a card. It's a move, and Rancid Melon Stench comes into play. The pustules on the Phoenix majestic body suddenly contract, so people gain age. Phoenix gains speed, and if there are no age tokens in play, discard Rancid Melon Stench. So that's pretty gross. Let's put that on top because we want to get rid of it. Okay, so we are going to go in with our Luzidin here, spending survival, going down to 4. Dashing, so 1, oh, you know what? And they're also just going to go back to there. And our Luzidin can go a total of 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back into the blind spot. And let's do this thing. So 3 dice. Hitting on 6s. Yeah, shield's clutch, and block 2 is freaking awesome. Hitting on 6s. Nice, we get 2 hits. Been looking for perfect hits, but alas, none. There we go. So we get Feathered Body. +2 toughness to win this location. Eye of the Storm. Okay. So let's do Feathered Body first. +2 toughness to win this location, but we do crit on a 6, which is what we're looking for. Oh, that sucks. So we don't wound, which is a bummer. Feathered Body goes down, and then this one we crit on a 6, and would definitely love to do so. Is that even going to be, so 2? Yeah, so that would not be enough to wound. So on the bright side, the wound thing doesn't happen either. Wow, that was pretty brutal. However, we do have the Blood Paint in place, so we've got 2 attacks coming in with the Digging Claw. So 2 dice hitting on 4s, or 3s, so they both hit. Very nice. And we are connecting with Glorious Wing Sphincter and Inner Face. Death Blow. The Phoenix is killed at this location. Its brain explodes. A shimmering rainbow appears in a spray of blood, revealing secrets of the future. The survivors rejoice, and the moment changes them for that forever. 1 understanding, 1 courage, 1 hunt XP, and a weapon proficiency. Dang, that's really cool. Glorious Wing Sphincter. Okay, so we want to do this one first, and we crit on an 8. There is no crit here, but you know. And all we need is a 2 to wound. Nice. So we do wound, and we get rid of that mood, which is nice. Goodbye, mood. And then this one, so critting on an 8 would be nice. We get it. Fantastic. So we don't need to worry about the wound response, and instead we crit. The putrid sphincter explodes. Gain 1 insanity. If you are insane, the taste is delicious. Gain 3 survival too. Amazing. Okay, so gaining an insanity, going up to 25. We are very insane, so we'll gain 3 survival, going back up to 7. Fantastic. And we get rid of the sphincter. Very, very nice. Okay, cool. So, with them done, I think what we're going to do is go, we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, getting into the tall grass. And going to block 2. And then you can go up to here and make an attack. Yeah, it's super insane. Okay, so first attack for, not Sigil, Stormfather. Fantastic. So Finger of God has 4 speed right now, which is actually pretty wild. Hitting on 5s. Oh, a perfect hit. I don't know if we do anything on a perfect hit. I don't think so. No. But we do get 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so no trap. That is nice. I'm sure it's coming up again, though. So rewind. Do we have multiple rewinds? Yes, we do. Okay, so none of these are really great. I think let's do this one first. Glorious Off Belly, and just see what happens. I don't think there's any... Stormfather, where did you get to? You don't have any luck. So critting on a 10. We do actually have, what is this? As long as you have 5, okay. So as long as you have 5 plus survival, gain +1 accuracy and +1 strength, that's nice. So we wound, basically on a 2. Nice. So we do wound, however, rewind, undo the survivor's attack, restore any wounds or persistent injuries this attack caused to the monster, place the survivor 5 spaces away from the monster. You know what, I'm going to quickly retcon, but again, dead COVID brain, I think it's fine. We're going to do this one instead. Displace. So turn to face the attacker, displace. Anyone on the board edge, the attacker's age tokens, they may attempt to follow by rolling 1d10 equal to or less than their experience. Well, let's see. So we do the wound, and the other ones are going to be negated unless we can follow, and hunt XP is 4. So on a 4 or less, he comes with. Does not come with. So we'll put Phoenix out of line of sight, out of the camera, right on the opposite board edge down here. And that means we don't get to do the other cards because he gone. That's okay, that is the way it goes, and I forgot this guy could have moved one at the end of his turn, so we'll just do that. Okay, that is going to be our turn. So Phoenix time. Let's see what this big bird do. Chatter, another mood. When chatter comes into play, draw an AI. So a survivor that spends action in the noise radius suffers 2 brain damage and doubles their age tokens. Oh, gosh. Once per turn, a survivor in the noise radius may attempt to comprehend the noise in their head. Roll 1d10. If the result is equal to or less than their understanding, they gain 2 insanity. Otherwise, they are knocked down. And that doesn't get rid of the mood either. What a gross card. So I don't think we have any way to actually get rid of this, which is kind of terrifying. So we'll put that here. Draw another AI card. Right Wing Strike. Last threat to wound in range, which is everybody, so that's going to be last wound over here. Target gains an age token. Stormfather is now up to 3 age, which isn't optimal. Move and attack, so let's go ahead and scoot you up there like that. We'll move that forward there. Okay, so 2 speed. And Stormfather, I think you have 1 evasion. So hitting on 3s. Yes, that'll be 2 hits. 2 damage apiece, connecting with the feet and the hands. That's okay. Down to 2, and down to 2. Okay, and then we do gain a bleed token and sever the bash and stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to there and knock down. Okay. And then, after Right Wing Strike, we are back in play with the basic action. Alright, so closest threat in range is going to be, wonderfully so, our tank character for a change, which is nice. Alright, so 2 speed, hitting on 5s because of tall grass. Yep, dropping the dice. Actually, 6s because of the tall grass. That's awesome. Well, 9/9 is going to be a hit for sure. However, we got block 2 in place, so we get to negate it and don't suffer the wounds, which is awesome. We do suffer Razor Wind though, so knockback 7, bash, and a bleed token. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right to the very edge. And Tien's up to 3 bleeding tokens, which isn't great. Okay, so I feel like this fight isn't going amazingly, but not horribly. I just want to check one thing. So Spiral Age, remove all age tokens and gain 4 hunt XP for each token. If you gain more hunt XP than available. Dreaded Decade, roll 1d10. If the result is equal to or less than your insanity, remove all age tokens, otherwise spiral. So Tien is... at a single insanity is not going to be very good for that. Stormfather, how many age tokens do you have? You have 3. You have 4 insanity. Not really optimal there either. Yeah, bleed does stink. That's the way it goes though. So let's spend a survival and getting it back on 6+ to get Stormfather up. Nice. There we go. And then Stormfather is going to get them up. Going down to 6. There we go. And Stormfather, do you have the bandages? Yes, you do. You have 2. So Stormfather's going to action to remove both bleeding tokens. Actually, you know what? They are going to keep theirs. And how do you want to do this? So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. And then move there, then action for bandages, all well and good, fun, fun, fun. And that gets rid of 2 bleed tokens on TN. Block 2 again there. Okay, and so I am worried about the trap coming up now. So let's see about that. So let's scan hit location scanning. And soft lower gut. That one looks like fun. Feathered wing, knockback 7 and such. We don't love that. First strike. Okay, well, let's do these 2 first, and then feathered wing on the bottom. And we know that that trap's got to be coming up because we are going through a lot of this deck here. And let's see. So into the blind spot we go. There we go. Good old lose it in here. So 3 dice, hitting on 6s, extra hits on 10s. Nice, so we'll get 1 more hit. Amazing, so we get 4 hits with Fist and Teeth, which is pretty wild. So we know what the top 3 are. And the 4th one, Feathered Neck. Okay, so we're probably going to do that one first, except we need to do first strike first. And then this one as well. So Time Leak. There we go. We'll do these in this order. So Glorious Primary Eyes, critting on a 6. Oh, that was a crazy dice roll. We do get a 6. Fantastic. So we get the crit. And because it's Fist and Teeth, this does 2 wounds as well because of, what's that ability called? Not deadly. What is it called? Savage. And that can only happen once per turn, if I remember correctly. But still, 2 wounds is nice. All right, so we don't need to worry about the reflex because of the crits. And then -2 accuracy tokens. Which is pretty huge. Big fan of that for sure. There we go. All right, soft lower gut, critting on a 6. Oh, getting a natural Lantern 10. Amazing. The Phoenix's belly opens up, spilling a thick, foul-smelling ooze. Any adjacent survivors begin to vomit and are knocked down. Oh, all survivors gain Age Eater while this persistent injury is in play. Spend 3 Age tokens to gain 1 survival and suffer 1 brain damage. Well, that is really cool. There we go. Okay, down isn't great. However, they can spend they being Tien, can spend a survival going down to 2 to get them back up, which I think is fair. Cool, Age Eater is really neat. I can't remember if I just read that out loud or to myself, so I'll read it out loud just in case. So persistent injury, Time Leak. All survivors gain Age Eater while the persistent injury is in play, which is an action. Spend 3 Age tokens to gain survival and suffer 1 brain damage, which is pretty freaking awesome. All right, next up, Feathered Neck, critting on a 6. No crits, but we do get another wound. Amazing. Okay, and then, oops, I am cheating a little bit. Let's see. Yes, so Eluzidin does suffer 2 brain damage, which is absolutely fine by my books. And, okay, Feathered Wing, critting on a 6. Okay, a 4 is going to be a wound, so we shall do a wound. Some juicy time chicken. Okay, so we've got the wound. All survivors in the Eye of the Storm gain 1 insanity. All other survivors suffer bash 7 and knockdown. That's too bad, because we probably could have ended the fight just then and there, but it's not going to happen. So bash 7 and knockdown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't need to worry about the bash because of leather armor, so that is something. Okay, with that, I don't think there's anything else that we can do this turn, unless they... do we want to do that? You know what, maybe let's do so, because we literally only have the basic action left to do. Let's do it. TN is going to spend both of their survival to surge and dash, getting up to here. And they are going to lay the hammer down with the beacon shield, hitting on a 5+. Huh, getting a 4! Dang. Well, should we do the exact same thing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's do it. Stormfather spending 2 survival, do the exact same thing, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and attacking with 4 dice. Feels like too much here, but we'll see what happens. 4 dice, hitting on 5s. You know what? 4 dice was good because we only got 2 hits. And what are the chances the traps in these 2? Let's see. Glorious handed feet and feathered buttocks. Amazing. Okay. Let's do feathered buttocks first. I don't think Stormfather has any luck, but let's take a little look-see. Nope. So critting on a 10. And we get the wound. Fantastic. And with that in mind, we defeat the Phoenix. So that actually was really quite easy, and a nice change of pace from the last time I fought him. Last time it was a little hairy. It goes to show I should probably face off against the level 2 if I decide to fight the Phoenix again in the future. I don't know if I want to. The age thing is trippy, and like I feel like I can only bring in like the B team against him because I don't want to lose the people who have been leveling up. But yeah, that is cool. All right, so before we go into the, let's see, yeah, fairly easy for sure. I was worried at first, or at one point, but yeah, that was smooth sailings and an easy one, which was not too shabby. Okay, Stormfather, I know you've got an axe, so no weapon proficiency for you. TN, you are shield proficiency, if I remember correctly, and we did get it, so that is good. There we go. Complete showdown. Amazing. So hunt XP. Return and advance year. We tried level 3 around this time. Died in 2 rounds. Oh god, that's awful. Excuse me. Yeah, level 3 Phoenix sounds kind of terrifying, not gonna lie. I've only done like a level 2.5 or whatever from the first legendary White Lion fight, and I don't know if I'm gonna actually have a chance to do a full-on level 3 fight, because I don't know. With the spear I have, I don't know if going for the Lonks of Longinus from the Antelope is worth it. And the screaming, the level 3 Phoenix sounds terrifying, and I don't see the value of going back to the level 3 Lion. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna actually fight a level 3 creature this campaign, but we'll see. We got some time potentially. Okay, so victory, hunt XP, nice. Survivors with age tokens gain 1 understanding, which I think at this point is everybody. Let's take a little look-see here. It's our returning survivors. You have any age? No, you didn't. Lance of Longinus is worth it? Okay, I'll have to take a look at it. Difficulty seems to ramp up quite steeply on some monsters. Yeah, it's interesting, eh? Like, I've heard the Dung Beetle Knight is one where, like, level 1 or 2 is, yeah, it's a challenge, but it's fair, and then level 3 is apparently just insanity. Get 2 age, in which case that is an understanding. That being, oh my goodness, get out of here. Sigzo. Stormfather, getting an understanding as well. Ooh, getting insights. Let's go ahead and read insight. There we go, insight. So this is the hunt phase. Gaining explore. There we go. And rolling on this. The toughness 16 is the worst part for the antelope. Oof! Yeah, it's pretty tough. Okay, getting a 4 on the dice. I guess technically speaking, so this would be after the fight's done, so we'll do this as the extra endeavor actually instead. There we go. Cool. Showdown Phoenix. Let's see. So that was Stormfather. Tien, you definitely gain an understanding also. Nice. And then some resources. We do get a basic resource, or a monster resource of my choice too, which is pretty sweet. One thing I just want to take a look at as well. I think I took the scavenger kit. Yes, I did. Scavenger kits. When you defeat a monster, gain a random basic resource or a random monster resource from the monster's deck. So we'll gain a random extra monster resource, in which case 4 basic and 4 Phoenix. Alrighty, so 4 basic resources. Card says 12, but legendary horns add 4 toughness. Oh, sneaky, sneaky. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll put those there, and that little pile there. Give these cards a little shuffle. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we get here for resources. Start with the basic ones. Yeah, make your choice. Pull like maybe the Wishstone for the arc bone, I think. Yeah, for the arc bow. Yeah, because I think the arc bow is like you need the wishbone is a single draw, I think, right? So we get a monster bone, monster hide, perfect bone, and broken lantern. Fun stuff. And then tail feathers, phoenix eye, pustules, muliscent droppings, and shimmering halo. That's its butt, isn't it? Oh goodness. And that's actually a good reminder too. Thanks for the the ultimate weapon. So let's take a little look through because I do want the arc bow. I want it. Birdbeak, small hand parasites. So wishbone, black skull. Interesting. Yeah, so wishbone is the one that we will take because we do want that bow. Oh yeah, Hours Ring. I was looking at that and I was like, pretty crazy. Probably use it maybe against the Watcher or maybe try and save it for the Gold Smoke Knight. But I think I'll definitely make that. Cool, very, very cool. So there we are. That's our basic resources. And let's go ahead and get the not survival, the settlement phase sorted out here. And I think since it's so early, once again, I got 0 brain power, but might as well keep doing and get done. I'm just gonna go to intermission for just a sec here while I get it set it up. Uno minute. Okay, yeah, and I'll check the whiskers first. Okay, be right back. Okay, thank you all for your patience. Just gonna catch up on the chat really quick here too. Yeah, letting the watched events, got the ultimate weapon or final fighting art. Let's see, choose a resource monster deck. All my attempts to play in person ended pre 12 or 11. Didn't fight the time chicken. Yeah, gotta say, time chicken is fun, but the age mechanic is kind of gross. Managed to basically avoid it that fight, which made it nice. First campaign wasn't stars. We'd have lost a Kingsman hard like that. Seems like TPK and then kicked it to TPK or someone else. Hate the Kingsman. Yep, I feel that. Want to get Adness to replace. Cool fight with a great story and poor mechanics. After fight mechanics. Yeah, I haven't seen anything about Adness, but I do have it in the Gambler's chest, and I'm tempted. I don't know, because I'm gonna do people with the stars next, and obviously right now that would have to mean Kingsman or Adness because they don't have any other level 2 Nemesi. The level 3 is gonna be Black Knight though, which is gonna be fun. And should I pull Adness out, or should I wait for Adness and have it be surprise for the full Dreamkeeper later? Undecided as of yet. I think I'll probably decide after facing off against a level 3 Kingsman in this campaign. Adness is oddly a pushover in Dreamkeeper though, because Smog Singers neuter his ability. Interesting. By the way, Luza, you were spot on that the Wishbone is needed for the Arc Bow. However, so are the Whiskers, which are also a 1-drop, which is a bummer. Extra bummer is I need Hollow Wing Bones to make the helm that I really wanted to make, and so I'm gonna have to fight the Phoenix again. So we'll probably bring... I don't know if I want to bring my best people. I might bring the same team and face off against him at level 2. Excuse me. Yeah, so we got our resources. We'll just leave them there, and I'll probably do crafting off camera just so I can try to have some brain power and think it over. But we do have other stuff that we want to do, so we'll do that first, starting with the settlement event. Acid Storm. The air tastes sour and burns the survivors' cracked lips. The sky cracks in great flashes, revealing spiraling black clouds. Finally it opens, dousing everything in acid rain. Fun! This campaign goes Lantern... Okay, do stars and Atlas. Noted, sounds good. This campaign goes Lantern 28. Yes. Yeah, do level 2. That's what I'll do for the next one for sure. And it was like insane how fast it went too. It was like done by 8:15. Yeah, I think 30 is when the Gold Smoke Knight kicks in, and I think 28 is the end of People with Stars, I think. Okay, roll 1d10. Ooh, getting a Lantern 10, amazing. Some of the debris around the settlement becomes useful due to strange effects of the storm. Add 1 scrap to the settlement storage. Not gonna lie, I am stoked on that. I do like that scriggy scrap. Resources, basic, scrap. Very nice. Okay, lingering effects. The storm prevents music endeavors. The storm inspires +2 to a result of all art endeavors. Okay, so nightmare training, I don't remember if we have or not. Acid storm. Acid pumps on an 8+, or injured or potentially dying to death sounds pretty awful. Cooking, acid storm, distillation. We actually still have some founding stones, so we're fine on that. Okay, well that is what it is. It's kind of whatever. Let's pull out stuff here. So first things first, let's just get these added before I forget. So we have a perfect bone, which is nice. I think we needed a perfect bone for something or other. Put you there. Broken Lantern. Monster Hide, and Monster Bone. There we go. And then for the Phoenix, we have Wishbone. We got all individual ones. That's pretty crazy. Okay, Pustules, Muliscent Droppings. Phoenix Eye, Shimmering Halo, and Tail Feathers. There we go. So we'll put those all over there. Let's Let's do our innovate first. So what do we want to do? Let's do that. Let's do that. And that, plus an endeavor. Go down to 8, and let's see. Maybe that stars or sun changed to 30 in campaigns of death. I don't know if that was ever discussed. Oh, stars ends at 25 rather than 28. Cool. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the other ones. Okay, so training. Those are the only ones that we have. Let's shovel these innovations up. Yeah, so I think next year is going to be a level 2 Phoenix. That'll be the plan for the next session. And 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we get here? Scrap smelting. We already have this, I do believe. Let me double check. I think we do. Yes, we do. So this is there. That's in there. So we'll just draw another one there because that was a mistake. Okay, so partnership. Nominate 2 survivors. They gain the partnership ability. When you both arrive, gain survival up to the survival limits. They may only be intimate with each other, which is adorable. Records. You gain the Scholar of Death, secret fighting art. You laboriously create a volume about a monster you've defeated during your lifetime. Add monster name volume X, where X is the level of defeated monster in the settlement record sheet. The work is exhausting. You retire. There can be up to 3 volumes for each monster. What does that do, and what does that mean? Yeah, I don't really follow what that actually means. Work is exhausting. You retire. There can be up to 3 volumes for each monster. Yeah, I don't get that one. Pottery, survival limit +1. Fermentation, spend 1 organ resource and gain 1 love juice. Ret, spend 1 herb resource and gain 1 hide basic resource. Pretty cool. Memento Mori, maybe used once per settlement phase. Nominate a survivor that died the last showdown and roll 1d10. Gain the insanity of the dead survivor. Painful memories, gain the courage or understanding. Profound memories, gain the hunt experience of the dead survivor. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Worst part of this in-between of GCE but not COD being out is Arc Survivors don't quite work yet in stars. Consider records, look at the fighting art first. Bottom endeavor cost. The bottom endeavor cost influences how Scholar of Death works. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. So that's part of it then, hey? So partnership I'm just not really that keen on. Pottery, gaining an extra survival limit is nice, and turning herbs into hide is fun too, and more love juice. We're not really hurting the population though. So maybe let's take a look at Scholar of Death, secret fighting art. Scholar of Death, there you go. Some fun, cool art. Yeah, less than ideal cards for sure. On arrival, gain reroll tokens equal to the number of volumes recorded about your quarry. I.e., if your settlement has white line volumes 1, 2, and 3, when you fight the white line, gain 3 reroll tokens. Discard a reroll token to reroll one of your roll results during the showdown. This includes monster roll results when you are the monster controller. Interesting. That's cool, but I'm not super keen on it. So I think Records is out for now. Partner's nice because extra survival. Records is interesting. Pottery's survival limit, and Memento Mori affects certain random hunt events. Okay, well that's a good tip. Yeah, this really isn't that bueno. Pottery, I kind of feel like we're okay on those things, and survival limit hasn't been an issue yet. Memento only for hunt, partnership. Well, let's just go with the fun random one. Let's do Memento Mori. Yeah, because none of these even have any like things that they lead to. Let's do Memento Mori. Okay, so we shall add memento mori. Yeah, none of them added new cards indeed. Yeah, so we got memento mori. That is now a thing. Cool, 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 cool. We'll get rid of these and put these back in the secret fighting arts. There we go. And what did we want to do next? I guess we should see if there's anything on the timeline to do. Story events, Black Harvest. Is that correct? I thought we did that. Flavor, baby, we love it. That is true. Okay, story events, Black Harvest. So if I recall correctly, this is because we upgraded the dung beetle stuff. So 17, we'll be right at the very end. Black Harvest. The settlement nominates a survivor to be the gatherer. The gatherer performs one of the following events, depending on the level of Black Harvest. In addition, the settlement may unbury gear that they encased in the underground stove. So we didn't bury anything before, but we do have the level 2 in this now, if I recall correctly. I thought we do have the level 2. Pretty sure we do. So let's do it. Alrighty, so who do we want to be the gatherer? We don't have anyone with motion sickness, so let's just have one of our random farmer people do it. Okay, the gatherer descends into a tunnel. They return with baskets brimming with nightmare corn. If the gatherer has 0 presence, they harvest safely. Otherwise, kernel growths appear on their spine. Gain the motion sickness disorder. Okay, so let's put the motion sickness disorder on... Who shall we put it on? Not you, not you, not you. Let's put it on Vestim. Motion sickness. Whenever you suffer knockback, gain a bleeding token. I mean, not great, but also not horrible. Okay, so you may craft gear that wets resin capture, which means nightmare corn. Departing survivors gain 2 survival. And departing survivors that consume gain 1 armored all hit locations. That's pretty sweet. And then we don't need to worry about anything else here. We'll show off that fun, cool black and white arcs. Very cool, very cool. And there is our nightmare corn that we got. Fun times, fun times. Okay. So things that we want to do with endeavors this turn. If we can, I would like to do scrap smelting. We shall see. Okay, family, roundstone training, shrine. I think that's probably fine. We'll put that out there just for fun and see. Sculpture I'm kind of curious about. Symposium we've used. Language, paint. Inner lantern. Okay. And where is the one that I am looking for? Barber surgeon. Here we go. Trepanning. So this is our objective, to free up our acanthus doctor from the horrors of intracranial hemorrhage. So we need a 7 or a 9. We shall spend an endeavor. 7 to 9. No, in fact, that is gain intracranial hemorrhage, which we already have. Joy. So spending another endeavor. 7 to 9, baby! Amazing. So this gets rid of... Let's see, where are they? Hesina gets rid of intracranial hemorrhage, which is awful. You can no longer gain or use survival, which is nice. We get rid of that. Huzzah! And we didn't need to do that too much, which was awesome. So... Spend 3 scrap and add 1 iron to storage. I think we're probably going to do that, but first, Shrine plus Consume gets 1,000,000 armor next hunt. Yeah, good point. Let's pull up Shrine really quick, because I think you are spot on. Okay, so Armor Ritual, Yeah, let's do it. So on a 4+, we do get a whole bunch of armor. So spending a Endeavor down to 5, and on a 4+, we gain extra armor. Yeah, consume on Black Harvest, indeed. Nice. So everyone's going to get 1 armor, and everyone who consumes is going to gain an additional armor, which will be cool. Cool. So we'll just have to remember that. Awesome. So we've got that in place. Okay. Scrap smelting. I think before we do scrap smelting, we want to, not Caterium, not Organ Grinder, what, Resin Crafter, Weapon Crafter, here we go. So I know that this isn't necessarily optimal, but we are going to need a lot more scrap and stuff going on, and I'm pretty happy with everything else going on in the settlement right now, so we are going to scrap scavenge here, spending endeavors and hopefully not losing anyone, but we'll just have to spend a survival if that's the case, so not too bad. All right, so on a 6 to 9, we gain what we're looking for. Nice. So that is going to be a broken lantern, which is awesome. That's 1. Then we'll do another one. Awesome. That is 2. Then we'll do another one. Oh, heck yeah, up to 3. Another one. Amazing. Okay, cool. So we get 4 total broken lanterns here. For a total of 10. That's sweet. Scrap smelting. Let's do this too. So this is going to be our last endeavor. And on a 3 to 9, spend 3 scrap and add 1 iron to storage. On 10+, spend 3 scrap, 1 iron, and you may repeat this any number of times. So 10+ would be nice. 7. That's okay. We get 1 iron. Cool. Yeah, we're just finishing up Lantern Year 21. And next one will be Lantern 22 for the next section. Sweet. So we get rid of 3 of our scrappykins here. And we shall add a strange resource of iron, which we didn't have any. So that is something. Cool. And with that, I think I'm going to look at maybe a little bit of crafting, but I'll probably do it off camera just to see if there's anything that I do want to make, or if I just want to hold out and have a big crafting session next time. But yeah, thanks for joining me for a brain dead, but really successful, actually really straightforward Phoenix fight. So level 2, and we'll face off against the level 2 Phoenix next time. Doing People of the Lantern. Yes, yeah, People of the Lantern. And then I don't know if you were here earlier, Jonathan, but planning on doing... I was actually able to meet Adam Poots at Gen Con, which was a blast, and asked for some input on what to do next. Choices being 5-year Squire campaign, People of the Stars, or People of the Dreamkeeper. And People of the Stars with Frog Dog is going to be the choice. Oh my goodness, don't nothing to apologize for at all. Happy to have you and join in for a little bit. And honestly, out of anyone's to miss, this would be the one. I'm super brain dead with coming off COVID, so not a bad one to miss in the slightest. Don't forget you've got Butcher at 23 and Watcher at 25, or earlier if you want. Yeah, I forgot about Butcher at 23, so that'll be soon. So yeah, I think definitely next one is going to be Phoenix level 2, and then craft as much as possible. And then I'll probably face off against the Watcher one early, I think, or maybe face off against a level 1 Dung Beetle Knight one more time. I'm undecided there though. Okay, but with that, I am going to clean up and put my sleepy self to bed here, but always a pleasure there, gents. Thanks so much for tuning in, and anyone watching on YouTube at a later date, thanks for checking it out as well, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night. Bye!